In today's video, why eating healthy is not the way to reach your fat loss goals. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, we're going to talk about the concept of eating healthy and why, in my opinion, focusing on a healthy diet is not going to help you reach your fat loss goals and maintain a physique that you're happy with. Now, today's question comes from right here on my Instagram direct message. So if you guys go to Instagram, send me a direct message. I like to either answer them or make a video about them. So today's question, I want to read it and then we're going to discuss it. Hello, sir. I'm 15 years old and I was always overweight. I started eating healthy and lost 6 kilograms or 13 pounds in 2 months. But it seems to be slowing down and I'm scared I'm losing muscle. I can eat about 1,600 calories a day. Can you give me a tip for what to do? All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the concept of eating healthy, because we start to hear this as soon as we have the idea that we're going to take control of our physique. And there's something I think is a better thing to focus on than eating healthy. Now, first things first, I do think that we should focus on being healthier in our day-to-day lives. But there's two components to health. And I think when we talk about eating healthy, we think of one component, okay? The physical component of how our body responds to food. Supposedly, when you eat healthy, you are taking in foods that are gonna make you morally superior to other people because you are eating healthier. However, the concept of eating healthy is not that well defined. We think of it mostly as eating foods that are high in micronutrients, high in fiber, calorically dense, that keep us full and able to avoid overeating, right? So most people think of something like sugar as unhealthy. I do not, and I'm going to explain in detail why that is the case and why I get results for my clients and why we are getting results for the people that enter our transformation challenge. So guys, we have until the 23rd to enter. For $50,000 cash, we provide nutrition plans, individualized training plans, options like vegan diets, at-home workouts. We also provide a great group for you guys to train in, and I promise I won't bug you guys after the 23rd, but your 90 days starts whenever you join. You've got 90 days to make a transformation. But the idea of healthy eating, which we're going to talk about part of our challenge, is that we want to get the concept of accountability, not just eating foods that are clean. This is where the biggest issue happens, because we start to think of eating healthy and eating clean as something that only comes down to our physical response. If you are physically healthier from a diet, would you then consider that diet to be a healthy diet? Well, then I would like to display something on the screen here for you. A teacher actually had his students design a diet 100% based around eat at McDonald's. This teacher ate at McDonald's, lost a lot of weight, and all his health markers got better, and his students had to learn how to use accountability while eating McDonald's. And I think all of us can safely say we wouldn't necessarily think of eating at McDonald's as healthy, but all his health markers got better, and so this is defined as a healthy diet. While I don't expect you guys to run out and start eating at McDonald's, if you dig deeper into what this teacher actually did, he was eating things at McDonald's that fit his caloric range for the day. He was being accountable, hitting goals to ensure he was in a caloric deficit. Now this, and only this, is what is going to set us up for success when it comes to a weight loss diet. Now my friend, congratulations on all your success transitioning to eating healthier, because what happens when you replace something that is, say, sugar or calorically dense, and you replace it with something that has less calories and keeps you full, well, by definition, you are taking in less calories than you previously were. So there is your restriction. There is your way of creating a caloric deficit. It wasn't the healthier food that did it. You simply could have ate less of the food that is considered unhealthy and reached your goals. So I get to my point now about what is a healthy diet, because there's two sides to health. It's not just the physical, guys, it's the mental. For most people, myself included, if you told me I could never enjoy my food again because it was unhealthy, that would be mentally tough for me, okay? For me to be successful long term, I have to enjoy this thing called life, okay, guys? I want you to be able to go out, have a drink of alcohol, have a piece of cake, whatever it is, have some pizza, have a donut, be social with your friends, and still reach your goals. If you're so focused on purity and cleanliness of food that you can't enjoy all foods, then that can then become its own type of eating disorder, guys, right? So I don't want there to be this misunderstanding. I'm not telling everyone to go out and eat junk food. I'm telling you that you can enjoy foods that some would classify as junk in an approach to dieting that is going to help you reach your goals physically, but also help you be the best version of yourself mentally, that you can get there and you can learn to sustain an approach. Because a lot of people, when they hear the word diet, they hear, oh man, chicken and broccoli, right? That doesn't have to be the case. You can actually diet on much more enjoyable foods. You can make your fat loss approach something that some would consider unhealthy. I have people, believe me, in the comment section all the time say that I'm ridiculous for my approach to dieting because I go to restaurants, I eat out, I eat things with sugar. Heck, I did a video a couple years ago where I ate 1,000 grams of carbohydrates in a single day, and most of that was candy and cereal. Guess what? I didn't gain any weight. Why? Because sugar is not the enemy. What's the enemy? Caloric excess, right? That is what is going to define your success. How many calories are you taking in and how many calories are you burning? In fact, what I find is when people go on vacation and they walk more, even if they eat out, even if they're eating foods that they don't normally eat because they're on vacation and they want to enjoy it more, well, they actually can drop weight. Why? Because they were moving more. Okay, guys? Also, if you are so hyper-focused on a food that you can't have, guess what you're going to be thinking about the entire time? Instead, think about the foods that are going to benefit you more towards your goals. Yes, I have the freedom to eat a diet that most people would consider probably not healthy because I eat, like I said, fast food, Pop-Tarts, whatever they may be, but I'm overall very consistent. I enjoy fruits, I enjoy vegetables, I enjoy high protein lean meats, I enjoy vegan stuff. Whatever it is that I enjoy that fits my goals, I include that with higher frequency. So my friend, are you losing muscle if you're losing body fat? I highly doubt it. As long as you are resistance training and you're keeping your protein in the proper range, which, just to make it simple, I would say is about 1 gram per pound of your goal weight. So if your goal weight is say 130 pounds and you're hitting 130 grams of protein a day, you are going to be great for retaining muscle. Now there may be periods where you restrict carbohydrates where your performance isn't as good. Sometimes we can associate that with muscle loss, but that's not the case. That is just a degradation in performance due to a restriction of calories. If you are taking an approach to dieting where you're just restricting yourself very hard for 6 to 8 weeks, it's not something you can see yourself sustaining, and you start to feel guilt around thinking about foods with sugar or high in fat or something that tastes very good, I can assure you that is not a healthy diet, okay? Yes, you are eating foods that the mass majority of people would consider healthier, but I would tell you that that's because they're thinking of it as far as digestion and how that's impacting you. They're not thinking about your mental health. We have to take a bigger picture of healthy when it comes to food and understand that it is the far majority is the balance of what we are able to do with our daily routine. So 1,600 calories sounds like a winner to me. How much cardio are you doing? You can simply start moving more. You don't only have to restrict calories. Guys, I did a video just a couple days ago about walking every day for 1 hour. For 30 days, I did not track my calories and I was able to lose a fantastic amount of weight just by changing my lifestyle. Sometimes, guys, it's just the inclusion of that little additional thing called movement that allows us to create a caloric restriction. So I'm going to follow that video up for you guys with tracking my diet for an entire month, and I think you'll be very excited about this. I'm trying out a new app. I want to go through the process with you guys. But let me know your thoughts. What are your ideas of health? Do you just focus on how clean you're eating, or do you also focus on your mental health through the fat loss phase that you're going through? Hope you guys are having a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow.